It's a sad day for the Hobbit folk because Tales of the Shire have just announced that they are going to push back the release of the game yet again. According to a post made by Tales of the Shire on February 20th, the developers Weta Workshop have come through and essentially said that they're pushing back the game. It says here, a good Hobbit feast takes time, and so does Tales of the Shire. We're taking a little longer to ensure that every Hobbit on every platform can enjoy the same cozy experience. The game will now launch on July 29th of 2025. We want this game to feel like a warm hug for Middle-earth, and we will make sure that no matter where you play, you'll feel right at home in the Shire. From foot hairstyles to the fluffiest cakes, every detail will be just right. We appreciate the patience and cannot wait for you to experience life in the Shire this summer. In the meantime, arrange the table, polish your silver, and get ready for a feast fit for a Hobbit. Looking forward to welcoming you to Bywater from the folks at Weta Workshop Game Studio. If I'm being brutally honest, I'm not too surprised by this because I was a little concerned that we were nearly a month before the launch, and I've heard nothing about the game. There didn't really seem to be advertising or marketing for it ever since we had the showcase back in September that revealed more about what's to come in the game. But I will say that it is very telling that they specified in this that they want to make sure that every Hobbit on every platform can enjoy the same cozy experience. It sounds like they're having issues with making sure the game runs functionally on every platform that they have listed the game will be available on. I feel like this game is mostly going to be suited for Nintendo Switch players, and honestly, I think it's going to be a little wonky on Steam, so maybe that's where they're finding most of the issue, a console game going to PC as well. But that is totally just my opinion, and I have no facts or information to back it up. It's just my genuine gut feeling and opinion on it. But like I've said, totally could be anything. However, most of the player reaction is obviously going to be disappointed, but it seems like Tales of the Shire is getting a lot of support from players in terms of just explaining that they need more time, and players are willing to give them more time if the game is genuinely a good product when it comes out. Like this commenter said, I'm sad because I have been patiently waiting, but I'm very excited that you all cared enough to push back a date to make a better experience. I wish more people would do that. Obviously, this is how I feel internally as well. One thing I want to mention that is definitely something to keep in mind, and what is actually making me a little concerned this game is going to be too oversold to us at this point, is that we have already gotten this game delayed twice now. This is now the second time that they have delayed the game. Not once, but twice. This was posted back on September 12th, 2024 on the Tales of the Shire Twitter page and elsewhere. They said, all of us here at Weta Workshop are excited to have you join us in the Shire, a peaceful corner of J.R.R. Tolkien's world. When a new Hobbit steps into Bywater for the first time, we want that moment to be everything you're hoping for. To ensure we deliver that vision, Tales of the Shire will now be launching early 2025. So initially, Tales of the Shire was supposed to come out in the late 2024, like in fall, but obviously this is posted September 12th of 2024, very close to late fall of that year. And then they said that they are going to release it in early 2025. A showcase came out expressing that the game would then come out on March 25th of 2025, but now that has been pushed back to July of 2025. And then obviously at the end, they're talking about the showcase where they initially announced the release date to be March 25th, which has now turned into July 29th. Something that really stands out to me during this as well is that we actually have had creators and other partners of the game get access to the game to play it for a certain amount of time. So obviously the game seems to be functional on some platform enough that people at least are getting early access to play the game and have posted videos about it on YouTube and other platforms. So I'm really not sure why they need as much time as they do personally, but I'm just hoping that the game works well. I know there's a lot to look forward to with the cozy vibes. You can garden, you can decorate your hobbit hole. Like, I'm sure it's going to be really exciting, but I think at this point, I'm just a little concerned about where the game is going in general. But let me know how you guys are feeling about this in the comments. I am definitely upset that we're going to have to wait even longer to play the game because I have been excited to play it from the get-go. But I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking too promising now because it seems like they're just trying to make the game as good as they can, but I think it's just gonna be like too much. They've exposed too much of the game already. We're ready to play it. What are we going to look forward to now that they've extended the release? I feel like people are going to start thinking that they're going to be adding more to the game that we've yet seen, but I don't really see that happening. And I really hope that people don't expect them to really change or add as much to the game because they delayed it. I think it's really just a technical matter at this point, and I don't want people to think like we're going to get crazy new content and we're going to have all these new things that weren't announced in the showcase, but it's pretty much just going to be a cozy sim kind of game where you get to explore Hobbiton, and it sounds so lovely. I can't wait to decorate my own hobbit hole and to garden and cook. But I wouldn't say that they're going to add many content updates to it with the release pushback, and I hope that people don't expect that going forward. But in the meantime, if you want another Lord of the Rings game to play, I would suggest playing Lord of the Rings Online. It's a fun MMO RPG, and I have tons of guides for you to check out as well. Hopefully this will at least fuel your Lord of the Rings gaming until Tales of the Shire comes out in July. Hopefully. But of course, you better stay weird, you weird weirdos.